Most men never realize the exact moment they lose a woman's attraction. It's not when they say the wrong thing. It's not when they wear the wrong clothes. It happens the second they start chasing too hard, trying to prove their worth, and silently begging for approval. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, but she still pulls away, this is the painful truth you've been living. Today you're going to learn the one shift that flips attraction instantly, the same principle talked about by top creators like Laurin Ponce. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. You've probably been told to be nice, to give more, to show her how much you care. So you text first every morning, reply instantly, and rearrange your schedule just to be available. At first it feels right, like you're investing in something meaningful. But instead of getting closer, she becomes distant. Her replies get shorter. Plans feel uncertain. And you're left confused, wondering why your effort is pushing her away instead of pulling her in. The harsh reality is that chasing communicates need, and need kills attraction. When you chase, you unintentionally place her above you. You signal that her attention is more valuable than your time, your goals, and your self-respect. Attraction isn't built on imbalance. It thrives on mutual desire and respect. When a woman senses that you've already decided she's the prize and you're just trying to qualify, the dynamic becomes one-sided, and desire fades. This is why people say nice guys finish last. It's not because kindness is unattractive. Genuine kindness is powerful. The problem is when kindness becomes a strategy to earn affection. When being nice is secretly a transaction, it carries pressure. She feels the weight of your expectations. Instead of experiencing freedom and curiosity, she feels responsible for rewarding your effort, and that emotional burden makes her step back. Female attraction is deeply tied to psychology and biology. Humans are wired to value what is scarce and uncertain. When something is easily obtained, the brain assigns it less value. When something feels earned, the brain releases more dopamine, the chemical linked to desire and motivation. Women, like men, are influenced by this mechanism. When a man is overly available and predictable, there is no space for curiosity or pursuit. Attention is a form of currency. Every message you send, every compliment you give, every minute you offer is an investment. If you hand out unlimited attention with no boundaries, you devalue your own currency. Scarcity doesn't mean disappearing or playing games. It means your attention is earned through genuine connection, not given away to buy approval. A man who values his time teaches others to value it too. There is also a fundamental difference between pursuing and proving. Pursuing is expressing interest and taking initiative. It's confident and direct. Proving is trying to convince someone you're worthy. It comes from insecurity. When you pursue, you invite her into your world. When you prove, you beg to enter hers. Women are drawn to men who are already fulfilled, men who share their lives rather than chase validation. The one shift that changes everything is this. Stop trying to win her and start choosing her. That sounds subtle, but it's transformative. When you're trying to win, you're reacting to her every move. When you're choosing, you're evaluating whether she fits into your life. This mindset places you on equal ground. You're not a contestant in her competition. You're a man deciding if the connection deserves your investment. Psychologically, this shift restores balance. It signals self-respect and internal stability. Women are naturally attracted to men who don't need them to feel complete. That independence creates emotional safety. She doesn't feel trapped by your expectations. Instead, she feels invited to explore a connection with someone who has standards and direction. Attraction grows in that space of freedom and mutual choice. You see this play out clearly in texting. A chasing man sends multiple messages when she hasn't replied, trying to keep the conversation alive. A man who is choosing sends a thoughtful message and continues with his day. If she responds, he engages warmly. If she takes time, he doesn't panic. His life isn't paused waiting for a notification. That calm energy is incredibly attractive because it reflects inner confidence. Consider dating scenarios. A chasing man agrees with everything she says, afraid to create tension. A man who is choosing expresses his opinions respectfully, even when they differ. He teases playfully, challenges ideas, and shares his authentic self. That honesty creates polarity and excitement. She feels like she's interacting with a real person, not a mirror designed to please her. When she pulls away, most men chase harder. They double their effort, thinking persistence will fix the distance. In reality, pressure amplifies the gap. The better response is controlled space. You match her energy without resentment. You stay friendly and open, but you redirect focus to your own priorities. This shows emotional strength. It communicates that your happiness doesn't depend on her immediate attention. There are clear signs when she starts chasing you. She initiates conversations, asks personal questions, and finds reasons to spend time together. She invests effort in her appearance around you and becomes curious about your schedule. Instead of forcing interaction, you're responding to her interest. That reversal happens naturally when you stop over-pursuing and allow attraction to breathe. Many men sabotage this process by trying to manufacture mystery. They act cold, delay replies on purpose, or pretend to be busy. These tactics are transparent and exhausting. Authentic scarcity comes from a genuinely full life. When your days are filled with work, friendships, and personal growth, you don't need to fake unavailability. Your time is limited because it's valuable, not because you're playing a role. Another common mistake is swinging to arrogance. Some men interpret confidence as dominance or indifference. They become dismissive, thinking it will increase desire. True confidence is warm and grounded. You can be attentive and respectful while still maintaining boundaries. Becoming the prize doesn't mean devaluing her. It means recognizing your own worth and expecting mutual investment. To apply this shift immediately, start by auditing your attention. Notice where you're overinvesting. If you're sending paragraphs and receiving one-word replies, pull back. Match her level of engagement. This isn't punishment, it's alignment. You're creating a balanced exchange where both people contribute equally to the interaction. Next, strengthen your independent routine. Schedule activities that challenge and excite you. Physical training, creative projects, and social connections build a sense of identity that doesn't revolve around dating. When your life is rich, you naturally project abundance. Women sense that you're inviting them into something meaningful, not asking them to fill a void. Practice direct communication. If you're interested, say so clearly and calmly. Invite her on specific dates instead of endless texting. Leadership reduces uncertainty and demonstrates maturity. At the same time, accept rejection gracefully. A man who can hear no without collapsing shows emotional resilience, and that trait is universally attractive. Develop the habit of observing rather than reacting. When you feel the urge to chase, pause and examine the emotion underneath. Often it's fear of loss or inadequacy. By acknowledging that fear without acting on it, you build self-control. Each moment of restraint reinforces your confidence and prevents impulsive behavior that undermines attraction. Remember that attraction is a dance, not a chase. It requires rhythm and responsiveness. When you step back from constant pursuit, you give her room to step forward. That exchange creates tension and excitement. It transforms dating from a stressful performance into a dynamic interaction where both people are actively engaged. As you internalize this mindset, frustration turns into clarity. You realize that you were never invisible or unworthy. You were simply communicating need instead of value. By shifting from winning to choosing, you align your actions with self-respect. Hope replaces confusion because you understand the mechanics behind attraction. The key points are simple but powerful. Chasing repels because it signals need. Nice guys struggle when kindness becomes a transaction. Attention is currency, and scarcity increases value. Women are wired to pursue what feels earned. By choosing instead of winning, you become the prize without arrogance. You create balanced dynamics where genuine attraction can grow. Start today by respecting your time, expressing authentic interest, and allowing space for reciprocity. Let your life be full enough that a relationship adds to it rather than defines it. When you embody that energy consistently, attraction stops feeling like a mystery. It becomes a natural response to the man you are becoming. If you commit to this shift, you won't just change how women see you. You'll change how you see yourself. And when a man moves through the world with that level of clarity and self-respect, resistance fades, connections deepen, and attraction follows effortlessly. Take that step now and watch how quickly everything begins to transform.